In the ISLM PC model, we want to look at one of its components, the Phillips curve, which will allow us to link output to inflation, which will describe how output influences inflation. Now, for this, we will recall from the previous chapter of this text that the equation of the Phillips curve is given to us as follows. Inflation minus expected inflation is equal to minus alpha times u minus un. Un here is the natural rate of unemployment. Now, the idea is that the ISLM model we know has output on horizontal axis. And in an ISLM PC model, we want to graph the Phillips curve and the ISLM model together. So for this, what we will do is we want to rewrite the Phillips curve equation as a relation in terms of output and inflation rather than unemployment and inflation. For this, we will need to find a relationship between output and unemployment so that we can connect inflation and output rather than inflation and unemployment. So let's see how will we do this. So to do this, we will recall from the previous chapter, from chapter 7 of the text, that output and potential output can be written as follows. This was shown in an earlier video on WSPS model as well, where we showed y is equal to L1 minus U, and hence when U is equal to UN, y is equal to Yn is L1 minus UN. Now from this we can derive the output gap, which is the difference between actual output y and potential output yn. So we will do y minus yn is L times 1 minus u minus L 1 minus un. From here we can factor out an L. Then this will become L times 1 minus u minus 1 plus un. And then from here we get L minus u plus un. And here we can factor out a minus sign. And then so in this way we can show that y minus yn is equal to minus L u minus un. And from here we can see, so now in this way we have established a relationship between output and unemployment. So now we know in our Phillips curve equation, we had u minus un on the right hand side. Like if we go back, so we had u minus un over here. So what we're going to do is from here we can see what u minus un is in terms of y. U minus un is equal to minus 1 by L y minus yn. So from here we know y minus yn is minus L, u minus un. So from here, we'll just solve for u minus un by taking the minus L on the other side, dividing both sides by minus L. So u minus un is equal to minus 1 by L, y minus yn. So now what we can do is we can replace u minus un with minus 1 by L, y minus yn in the equation of the Phillips curve. Over here on the right hand side, we had u minus un. Now we can replace this in terms of y to get the Phillips curve in terms of the output gap rather than unemployment. And in this way, we can find a relationship between inflation and output rather than inflation and unemployment.